Hey guys, so I was reading this book and I had to make this video because it's about the greatest argument for the free market. For the free market and against, obviously, socialist policies and forced redistribution of wealth and all that. Thing is, I was reading this book by Stefan Molyneux. It's called The Art of the Argument, and we're about halfway through. He gave this argument that kind of blew my mind. It goes like this. He says that compelled action cannot be virtuous, referring obviously to the state using force to redistribute wealth according to whatever they thought was fair. So a compelled action cannot be virtuous because, as Stefan says, the introduction of compulsion into voluntary human affairs is immoral, just as the introduction of compulsion into affairs is the moral difference between rape and lovemaking. Just let that sink in. Doesn't matter what your intentions are, because again, the road to hell is paved with good intentions. Doesn't matter what your intentions are. Dictators of the past wanted to practice genocide and do all sorts of atrocities because they had some good intention in their mind. So it doesn't matter if you have good intentions. It doesn't justify any atrocity that you need to do in order to get there. So this for me is the greatest argument for the free market. Doesn't matter if you say, oh yeah, but what about the poor people? Let's force charity. Let's make charity something that we can force onto people. This is not fair. This is not virtuous. If your goal is virtuous and your means are not virtuous, you're not virtuous. And again, this argument, it's the difference between rape and lovemaking. You might say that, oh, there's the biggest but. We need compulsion in certain cases, blah, blah. I'm sure that rapists have similar justifications for their actions. They need to do their thing. It's their right. People have to take pity. They need to be sorry for them. They need to give them something. It doesn't work that way. So the socialist argument that we need to force taxes upon people, we need to regulate markets, we need to make charity obligatory, is not virtuous. Because who determines what is good charity? Who determines who is really in need and who is taking advantage of you? Who's to say? Let people decide. That's the point of free speech, so that everyone has a say, everyone has equal representation, right? Isn't that supposed to be the case with leftists, like equality of everything? Actually leveling of everything. This is what they believe, I think. How about that? Think about this argument a little bit next time you're in a debate. Let me know what you think. Thank you for listening.